Alrighty, what is poppin', everybody? Welcome in. This is BabyNation.com. Welcome back to another video. And guys, today we have the LeBron versus MJ status here. We are going to be doing a little broadcast here, just talking about these two characters, which one we think is the better player here and all that stuff. So make sure you hit the like, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate y'all for y'all support here. Make sure you guys join Discord, link description, all that fun stuff. Really appreciate y'all. Alrighty, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and start off here. So I am on the LeBron's side here. We have the career stats that he has been. So far, he has spent a couple seasons with the Heat. I don't think it specifically tells you here where he started off, but it ends up here with 2013 through 14. I think he spent a couple seasons with the Heat. Also, you have the seasons with the Cavaliers, the 2014 through 2019, and then you have the 2019 through current league to 2026. If you guys haven't known LeBron has played 23 years of professional basketball. Arguably, to me, the best player in basketball. Right now, he's averaging 27.1 points per game of his career, shooting at a pretty high efficient 56, 27% from the field, about 38% from three. I think LeBron's been absolutely phenomenal. You just look the way how he plays. He leads the league all time in scoring. He's number one all time in scoring. He's been absolutely phenomenal, and he's basically, if you look at statistics, he is like top 10 in every single category. That's why I look at the GOAT, because you realize you look at this and you say, now when do you see an NBA player that's literally in the top 5 in basically every single statistical category? So that's why I'm leaning towards LeBron in this one here. Like I said, his turnover has been a little bit high over the last couple of years. He's averaging about 4 turnovers a game. His turnovers, I mean, now since he's getting at a later age, I guess it's still more understandable why he's not taking care of the ball as much. But he's still performing at elite level. Even that year 23, I think has been phenomenal. So I'm going to go for LeBron James here for MVP, or as the GOAT of basketball here. So that's it for me.
All right, what's going on, guys? I'm Matt. I'm the other guest that'll be here today. I'm taking the Michael Jordan side. I grew up watching Michael Jordan. I'm born in '89. So as far as his career totals for the regular season, he made 12,192 baskets on 24,537 attempts. His field goal percentage for regular season total was 49.7. His 3 points, which Michael Jordan did not like taking 3-point shots, he made 581 at a percentage of 32.7. On his free throws, because he attacked more of the rim on a frequent basis, which was his sweet spot, he made 7,327 free throws out of 8,772 attempts, which he had for his career an 83.5% free throw total. So to sum this up, he was an attacker. He didn't depend on the three. He drew a lot of attention, which also freed up his teammates, which led to a lot of assists that he had. But he played in an era that was more physical, which is why the free throw stats are higher. And then on top of it, Michael Jordan was a 10-time scoring champion of the NBA. He was a 9-time defensive player, all teams. And then he was 6-0 in the finals. He never went to a Game 7. He's a 6-time champion, a 3-time MVP of the finals. And just all around, just a dynamic scorer. Not to mention, he also changed the league, in a league that had the dynasty of the Celtics, the Lakers, the Pistons, and he stuck with it, even through the hardships and all, even the good times. He had, yes, I know he had a super team with Pippen, Rodman, and also Steve Kerr as our 3-point shooter. But it was the mentality he brought to the team that changed the mentality of his teammates as well.
Alrighty, folks, I'm back with me again. The only reason I wanted to go again is because I didn't really have the ESPN stats up here. I do apologize in advance, but I'm back on LeBron's side here. So, like I said, LeBron, he's a genuine talent here. I arguably my goat of the conversation here. LeBron has won 4 championships back with the Cleveland days. But here's the thing about LeBron that most players don't really accomplish here. LeBron has won in his 4 championships. He's won with every single franchise that he played for. He won one for Cleveland. Matter of fact, he won two with Cleveland. He won one in Miami, and he won one with the Lakers. I know people are gonna hate the Lakers one because that's the bubbles, but back in the bubble when we had COVID. But I'm not trying to get too much into COVID because I hate COVID. That COVID year was awful, but like I said, LeBron James, even though I think this guy is probably the most consistent player I ever seen in basketball because it just feels like every game you watch him, he's putting up at least 10, 15 points a night. And he's even doing that in his 23rd year in the NBA, and he looks like he can still play, what, 2, 3 more years? I just think that's absolutely absurd here. Like I said, I think he's the GOAT. Let me guys know in the comments below what you guys think about this. And yeah, like I said, sorry about the not having this coming up my first time here, but that's what I got.
Hey guys, I'm Ayana. I'm the last special guest in the video. I'm more on the neutral side of both players. I think Michael Jordan is the better scorer, but when it comes down to it, everything else like rebounding, assists, defense, definitely a lot more than any team puts right. They are.
I'm gonna go mention the survey because I did this survey in edit. And actually, it should be in 8 minutes, so that's pretty decent time. Sometimes it takes forever. Actually, this is why you know what you're gonna hear. Yeah, that gets. I hated that too. Yeah.
Look at it.
Alrighty, folks. I hope everybody did get the LeBron, enjoy that LeBron versus MJ GOAT conversation there. So if you guys haven't already, I made this post like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Well, it says 4 days ago, but I really made this 2 days ago, but it took forever. Make sure you guys do take this survey right here. This survey is basically what we've been doing today, is what I've been saying for the last couple weeks. Make sure you guys please go take this survey. If you guys haven't already, you guys can check out my post here. Just go to my channel, the post, and then the post will be right here. Also, if you guys haven't joined our Discord yet, the link will be in that as well, and it also will be in future descriptions of all of my videos. So every video that comes out, the link will be in the description. Like you guys see the Discord link, the Twitch, stuff like that. So if you guys haven't read it, the link will be here. And then I'm going to show you guys real quick what the survey is, just in case you guys are interested. And after that, we'll go ahead and get out of here.
Alright, good morning guys. We're back with another video talking about the Michael Jordan, LeBron, James status, who's the GOAT, who's not the GOAT, what's your thoughts, what's our thoughts. And we're doing this, because we got a research project to do. But, so some of the sources that we pulled from last time we mentioned, we had an ESPN screen with statistics and everything, which is their argument, of basically letting you decide on how you want or who you prefer as the GOAT based on numbers. Also, in an interview between LeBron James and Michael Jordan, which was, taken by ESPN, and according to ESPN and LeBron and Michael, there's really they don't really say, that they're the GOAT or anything like that. It's just, Michael states that you can't really compare different eras of basketball because they never played against each other. And then LeBron even stated back in 2003 that he thought Michael Jordan was the greatest player of all time. And then in 2008, maybe later, when he won a championship with Cleveland, he felt like that shifted that conversation more towards himself. But ultimately, that's up to us and what we think. They're both great players. I'm a little biased, as you see with the screenshot with Michael Jordan. I grew up in that time. To me, I still kind of play like we in the 90s and the early 2000s. Also, uh, according to Ahmad from Off the Court, he had an interview with Kevin Garnett, who played respectively against both players in his time of play. That Michael Jordan was the blueprint for players in the early 90s. Now, if you look at it now, LeBron James is more of the blueprint for how kids want to play today. We'll also mention Steph Curry because he has an influence, but he's not part of it. But ultimately, in Kevin Garnett's eyes, because he did play against the two, Michael Jordan was just the ultimate GOAT. More so because there's just a different level of respect when it comes to his era of basketball. All right, I'm back. I had to take a minor break. I'm a little congested today, so I apologize for that kind of short interruption. We have a third group member that's not here today. She's away at a soccer game, so go for her team. She mentioned in our last video about some of the statistics, and that was according to Bleacher Report by Greg Schwartz, in July of 2005 on his career statistics of Michael and LeBron, and just kind of comparing the two. It's just like I said, all this is based on who you want. It's not so much as an argument of who is the best, but if you look at the numbers, some would say Michael's the best. If you look at LeBron's numbers and the longevity of his career, some would say that again. I'm a Michael guy, just a different mentality of basketball and everything else. And then according to Athlon Sports, Michael Jordan in March of 2026 had an interview with ESPN, and it covered it and stated that, can't really compare, different generations because, like Michael said, he never played against Oscar Robinson, or Jerry West. He would have loved to, but he didn't. So you can't really compare because it kind of causes bad buzz between competitor mindsets. Like you can't really say who's the GOAT because in Michael Jordan's eyes, as he stated, as Athlon Sports by Muhammad Ansari kind of reiterated from a previous interview with Michael, it just causes bad tension because Michael didn't play in the time of Oscar Robinson or Jerry West, but he played in his time. He's not playing in the time now. So, like I said, this is all open debate. Honestly, both players are great. I've watched both. It's just a different mindset, and that might be because I'm a little tougher around the edges, and I believe that we've kind of gotten soft over the years. But that's just my personal take. Older, that's just what happens.
All right, ladies and gents, back with me. According to the Black Lesters, and also I have a couple other stats here that I just kind of want to read off on my end here. But according to Black Lester, LeBron is out of the house to be compared to the greatest players of all time here, including guys, like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, like whoever you want to compare in that GOAT conversation, no matter if it's LeBron, Kobe, Magic, all the OGs, stuff like that. And the Deion Sanders, I thought they all of them been pretty good so far. And it could be like in multiple different conferences. It could be different sports like NBA, NFL. It doesn't really matter that perspective. According to Chicago Bulls site by the it was in Chester, there's one more house created for Michael Jordan, and just the impact of having that back in March in 2026. It's just relying me on it's just different eras for me. When LeBron played in this current era, back then when Jordan, it's just like two different leagues. To me, there isn't really a GOAT that much. I mean, some people are going to say that. Some people are LeBron haters. Some people are Michael Jordan haters, and this just really depends on Um, playing alongside participants like Oscar Robinson, Jerry West, back in their days, and Jordan doesn't really exist in this area. And I know LeBron's kind of more like in that current area, so things could have been a little bit more weaker past then. Like say the officiating. I know a lot of people have been talking about the officiating as of late, and it's been terrible. And I agree with you. Um, they just need to play them a little bit. I think the officiating has probably to do something with that about the current era, but um, so yeah, that's pretty much about that. And then according to the going to the RBF, Ethan Stranger states Michael Jordan. He states that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, but it just depends on how statistics for both careers begin. It's just really about the start. It's just how you set the tone for your career, how many championships you want. People just gonna be looking at like how championships, how many championships you win, how many final appearances did you have, who did you play with, what teams did you play with, what organizations did you play with, and I'm kind of in the boat between those two. I'm not really specifically on that same boat, but at the same time, I'm like kind of near that boat. If you know what I'm saying, like I know it matters what team that you're playing against. And to me, it doesn't really matter like how many finals appearances, how many times you lost. That doesn't really matter to me that much. And that applies. And Martin Jordan definitely was great on both ends of the floor. I definitely will give him that. The same thing as LeBron, but you say Jordan's probably the better defender, or something like that. While Michael Jordan's actually a junior at St. Paul High School. The career LeBron. Here's the thing about LeBron. LeBron has that longevity. That's the thing about LeBron that Michael Jordan does not have under his belt. And this man's probably, like I said earlier, this man's probably one of the most consistent players in basketball. Like one of the more consistent athletes I think we ever seen in sports history. During his 20th career, 23rd career now, long as his other records to be attained along the way. So yeah, that's just me personally. I have to say about LeBron. And then according by the Reddit post, there's also another link about that. If you guys want to check it out, do it. Reddit post argument shouldn't be on championships. Kind of like what I said earlier. Shouldn't be based on like how many championships, how many finals appearances you won. It's just by career statistics. By the numbers, Jordan does have the slight edge. I will admit that. I am a Lakers fan admitting this. I do think Jordan has the edge on that, which is kind of like the current NBA style of things that Jordan does, and how people normally just take a look at everything. But I think LeBron James, when it comes down to, looking at things from the old side perspective, and currently, I think LeBron might have the edge on that. So it just really depends on who you really look at and how you look at them. And overall, it's just it just get a little bit boring talk, but LeBron, MJ, stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got here. So have at it. All right, everybody, and this is the survey. We have a lot of good questions here on the survey. I made this survey like 2 weeks ago, so like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check this out. The survey is awesome. It's just basically, it will take about 3 minutes every time. Like I said, if you guys haven't joined our Discord, the link is in that. If you guys haven't checked out our post in the community tab, it is there. And if you guys haven't checked out all of our social media platforms, stuff like that, the link will be also in those as well. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys come join us as well for a lot of future NBA content here. We have the in-season playing tournament coming up. We have the NBA full bracket predictions coming up, and we're going to be doing that for every single round, just like how we did it for March Madness. And thank you guys so much for Matt and Ariana for joining us for today's video. And like I said, if you guys want to ever do a video with me, make sure you guys please let me know, because I am all up for it. I love doing videos like these. But without further ado, guys, I'm gonna hop off, get this in. So you guys so much on time. I appreciate y'all support, and this is BearNation.com. Peace out, stay safe, and I'll see all of y'all in the next video. All right, everybody, and this is the survey. We have a lot of good questions here on the survey. I made this survey like 2 weeks ago, so like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check this out. The survey is awesome. It's just basically, it will take about 3 minutes every time. Like I said, if you guys haven't joined our Discord, the link is in that. If you guys haven't checked out our post in the community tab, it is there. And if you guys haven't checked out all of our social media platforms, stuff like that, the link will be also in those as well. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys come join us as well for a lot of future NBA content here. We have the in-season playing tournament coming up. We have the NBA full bracket predictions coming up, and we're going to be doing that for every single round, just like how we did it for March Madness. And thank you guys so much for Matt and Ariana for joining us for today's video. And like I said, if you guys want to ever do a video with me, make sure you guys please let me know, because I am all up for it. I love doing videos like these. But without further ado, guys, I'm gonna hop off, get this in. So you guys so much on time. I appreciate y'all support. And this is BearNation.com. Peace out, stay safe, and I'll see all of y'all in the next video.